Steffy is informed by Finn at his office that Sheila's passing never seemed right since it was too convenient. This toe could support his theory that she staged her own demise. The authorities have previously looked into this, Steffy informs her husband. Finn believes they would have discovered more than a toe if she had genuinely been murdered by a bear. It doesn't appear to be the consequence of an animal attack, so he wants to take a look at it. You honestly believe Sheila Carter sliced off her own toe? Steffy queries. Finn remembers thinking, "You always told me she could do anything." She understood that we would never give up trying to find her. The sole escape plan was to pretend to be dead. Even though she misses it, Sheila says to her tiny piggy at Deacon's house that she would do anything to be with her son. Anything. Deacon soon shows up and inquires as to her smile. Sheila exclaims that she is counting her lucky stars, or, if he prefers, her lucky toes. The whole 9 of them. Hope questions Thomas at Forrester about how he can be seen there after what he done. You truly have no shame, do you? Thomas responds, "Are you willing to listen?" when she asks whether he has anything to say. Hope tells him that he is lucky that she is even talking to him. "I had faith in you, Thomas. Our son had faith in you. Please just allow me to explain," Thomas begs. Hope questions the need for her to. All he has done is lie. They argue about Brooke's treatment of his family. Hope notes that as a result of him, his family is currently suffering. Did he ever consider how difficult it was for Steffy to prevent her parents' nuptials? Hope confronts him for ruining her mother's marriage and taking advantage of their son. Thomas didn't want Douglas involved, and Deacon had the opportunity to because his father and her mother weren't together. Hope commands him to halt. Thomas implores her to give him a chance and maintains that he was really trying to do good. Anything else than their relationship crumbling or his bond with his son is beyond his ability to handle. He pushes Sheila to confront the truth at Deacon's house and tries to persuade her to give herself in. She responds, "Definitely not." Deacon grimaces at the thought that she'll be discovered and killed with him. He is worried about himself rather than her, Sheila thinks. Sheila adopts a seductive demeanor and assures Deacon that she won't succumb in. She didn't amputate her toe so she could wander around a jail cell with a limp for the rest of her days. He examines the toe under a microscope in Finn's office. "It doesn't disturb you, does it, Steffy? It belongs to your biological mother. If Sheila is still out there, they need to be aware," Finn reminded his wife. "Sheila shot them both," Steffy concurs. In the microscope, Finn looks. If his suspicion is accurate, Steffy queries. In her direction, Finn says, "I'm sure. There wasn't an assault. She subjected herself to this." "Sheila is alive," Steffy exclaims. Hope labels what Thomas did heartless in the Forrester office, and he challenges her. She berates CPS for calling. Douglas was interrogated and might have been taken away. Thomas argues once more. The call shouldn't have been made, according to Hope. And after the youngster knew the truth, he shouldn't have asked him to lie again. "He no longer even wants to see you, I hear." Hope claims it is true, and that he is to blame. But Thomas doesn't trust her. "He only wants a connection with you, Thomas. You are the one ruining his love for you." Hope shouts to Thomas to stop blaming Donna. "Stop, Thomas. This is your fault. He was included in this situation because of you." Hope tells Thomas that sometimes she doesn't even understand how Douglas can be connected to him because he is nothing like him, her face flushed with enraged tears. Douglas is courageous, kind, and unafraid to speak the truth, in contrast to Thomas, who constantly has the tendency to invent lies. Hope scowls and holds onto a chair's back. "I can't believe I ever put my belief in you once more." Sheila laments the pain she felt while chopping off her own toe to avoid going to jail at Deacon's house. She is not going to surrender. Deacon tosses his beer bottle to the ground and warns her there is no turning back. "This is the end of the line," he shouts. "There is no way out," as she objects. He regrets it, but it's time. The coworker Finn speaks to over the phone in his office concurs that the toe wasn't lost in an animal assault. He offers Steffy the chance to examine the toe under a microscope. She attempted to make it appear as though a bear had attacked by amputating the toe. Steffy shouts. Finn claims that this simply serves to highlight how truly evil she is. Thomas informs Hope at Forrester that their connection is genuine. If it is, according to Hope, he exploited it against her. I have confidence in you. Thomas claims that after being given the chance to prove himself, he did so. Hope responds that he disposed of it, proving that Liam and her mother were correct all along about him. Hope is urged by Thomas to not give up on him. After everything he's done, Hope questions how he can even ask that. If she had believed in herself, she might have been able to end all of this heartbreak. I did let my guard down. Then you made an attempt to kiss me. You went over the line. Thomas refuses to discuss it and maintains that it wasn't a terrible thing. He can only love one lady, unlike other guys, and he does. And I love Liam, Hope said as she drew near. Not you? Particularly in light of this betrayal. Working with him now is beyond her comprehension. Please don't say that, he begs her. Hope only sees a depressed, pitiful father who kept her away from Beth and didn't care about the safety of his son, so he called CPS on himself. Thomas objects as she leaves. He mutters, "You didn't give me a chance to explain," when left alone. Sheila is getting ready to leave Deacon's house while wearing her prosthetic mask and wearing a wig cap on her hair. Deacon inquires as to her intended destination and cautions that hiding her identity won't help. Your time has expired. Never. Sheila snarls as she storms out the door. Steffy freaks out in Finn's office. How are we going to proceed? In an effort to comfort his wife, Finn. Now we have her. We have the advantage if she feels she can get away with it. Finn promises he won't let this slide. I'll track out Sheila Carter, and she'll spend the rest of her life in prison. There's always a way out, Sheila says as she stands outside Deacon's residence, tucking her hair into a blonde wig.